Hey, good evening chaps and chapettes, Roggor here, and yeah, I know I don't tend to do these vloggy things very often because, as I've said before, bugger all seems to happen, but yeah, some stuff has actually happened this time. Unfortunately not good, but we'll get to that in a second. As you can probably see just from the terribly bloody source lighting around me, back in the old room, for reasons which I'm going to go into. At couple of little things. Admittedly, Outlast 2 has been out for a hell of a long time, but I know I said I was going to cover it and then I didn't in the end. That was just because it was just massively oversaturated, and that's proving quite a bit of a problem. I hear about some game coming up that's generating quite a lot of hype. I think, hey, maybe if we get that one, we can get the whole ball rolling with this YouTube thing, and then suddenly it turns out that yeah, everyone's got the same idea, and those already massively established have gotten the game early, and have already gotten their entire series done. So there's not really a great deal of point to do that. Yeah, again, that's me moaning. Oh yeah, as you can see, again, if you follow me on Twitter, you would have seen about this. Being back in here, I was finally managed to get the opportunity to get the old sound phone that I bought ages ago out on the board and get it up in that corner and up on there. Unfortunately, in the heatwave Britain had recently, as of this recording, it literally melted off the walls. So, gonna have to try that again, because hopefully that might improve the sound quality. As will the reason why you're about to see the couple of things I'm going to show you now, is because not too long ago I hit my 30th birthday. Yeah, youth is officially gone, and it's sort of a round number that makes you think about where you are, where you want to be, and where inevitably you've failed to get to. But that's depressing. So let's go on to random shit which I got. As far as YouTube goes, not a massive amount of things, but new mic. This would be the Rode NTG2 used by the Game Hog guys, which I've not been on, obviously, but I've been a viewer of a couple of their live streams, and it seemed to give them good stuff, so hopefully it will give me good stuff. It's a shotgun mic, which, long story short, means that it captures every sound pointing this way that comes from into here, rather than capturing stuff that comes from the back, just because of the way the microphone's built, unlike my old one. So hopefully this should improve sound quality for future recordings. Also, on that vein, as I said, I've shown in the... Let's cover you back up. I've shown in the little apartment toury thing about the Scarlett Focusrite external soundboard, which I use for my mics. I did get an upgrade. Oh, mind all the shit. Which is this one. It's essentially the same thing, but as you can see on the box, it has got two microphone ports, because that means I can get my old one, which is hiding under there. Yeah, new pop filter for it as well. Hiding under there. Yeah, and that means that me and Jim can now have a microphone each when we do our little YouTube stuff. As I said, the Talking Bollocks series, which we debut with Resident Evil 7. I gotta admit, I'm kind of disappointed with how it went, because I kind of thought, maybe dual commentators might get some more interest, or maybe just a few more comments, but it seems to be a little bit sparse on that. But it was so much goddamn fun to do with a friend. I am going to continue doing that sort of thing, and especially on a personal background. Long story short, Jim, he's my oldest and dearest friend, and to be brutally honest, he's my only real true friend that I have in this world. So he's a precious bloke to me, although he is a bit of a prat, of course, naturally, as best friends tend to be. But it's a case of, because he was living quite a ways away from me, and now he's back in the area, so there's going to be a fair few more of these sessions down the line. We're going to be looking at more sort of retro games, because those seem to be the ones that do the best on the channel. Again, not a big channel, but if that's what's proving successful, it makes sense to go with that more than anything else. Right, and well, there's no way I can do this without sounding like a whiny twat. But basically, the bad news is that, yeah, your 30th birthday, also the year I have lost my job. My job I've had for 5 years in the school that I previously mentioned. It's not really a case of I got fired for fucking up or anything like that. Long story short, new boss, my old contract got basically revoked, and a new job was created to put in its place, with a 20% pay cut. I'm already stuck living with my goddamn family still. No, goddamn family is unfair. No, I love them. Of course, that's stupid. But, I haven't got my own place. And then everyone does. Everyone does. But I haven't got my own place yet, and having 20% pay cut, yeah, no. And I don't have kids. I don't have a wife, I don't have a mortgage, I'm not financially tied down by like, oh, my job's got even shittier. I have to deal with it because financially I can't afford to go anywhere else. So that's in the end that's what I've decided to do. I'm gonna wind up job hunting, and God, I get so fucking whiny in these little vlog things. That's why I try not to do them. But again, I'm disappointed at myself. I could have made so much more of this YouTube thing, because you think about it, you hit a milestone birthday and suddenly, oh, your job's now finishing. I was sort of like, hey, maybe I could go into this full time. But frankly, these days you need thousands of followers to do, not thousands of followers, thousands of subscribers, but not only that, you need like enough people that will be willing to put down stuff on like Patreon. You would need loads of like live streams. You need sponsorship. You need scratching under the skull. You just need so much goddamn stuff in order to just be able to just hit like minimum wage level shit. That it's kind of preposterous, really. I mean, the old established guys. I mean, like okay, calling out a name is kind of a bit of a dick move, but Mark Bly hit his 28th birthday, which, you know, good for him. But it was a case of he had a little retrospective of his old stuff and just sort of like, hey, if I can do it, you can too. And I just wanted to say to him, for God's sake, man, you did it when so few other people were doing it, and you managed to do it so well. You got ahead of the curve. It's not the same these days. Although one encouraging little factoid I did find out is that there's just over 1 billion channels on YouTube. Well, I say channels, that's the amount of accounts that are on there, because obviously you need a YouTube account in order to comment. So you might not have a single goddamn video on your account, and that's where that comes from. But out of all those billion and a bit channels, over half of them only have 500 or less subscribers, which is kind of encouraging. You know, it's not sort of that sort, because, and also, what was that? It was, I don't know how recent it is, this was old news that I heard about a while ago. There was a case of if you have 20,000 subs or more, you're in the top 1% of all channels, which actually just proves just how bloody hard it is, because it's not a case of it's Sisyphean, you know, the Greek legend with the bloke rolling the boulder up the hill and constantly having it roll back down, because I'm pushing at that boulder and bugger all is happening. I'm trying, because I'll say, let's flip round to the channel itself. Oh, Squidge! Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Yes, my little co-host, as always. There, yeah. Conquer the world. Nuclear buttons over there. Yeah, because that's the thing with this. I do actually advertise around. You know, we'll go over to Reddit. I put a post up on Twitter. I use like a bit like Google Plus groups and stuff. That I do advertise around and about on the net. And the simple fact is that the uptake is so low. I was thinking, like, what the fuck am I doing? Because again, it's just like, I'm clearly doing something people don't like. Something. There must... I don't know what it is though, because I'll put up stuff on like critical review sites, and quite a lot of them said that, okay, look, your technology is good, your editing's good. Quite often you're sort of semi-funny more than anything. Of course, it's the internet, so of course it was a rather more brusque, shall we say, wordage involved. And they were just like, hey, just keep at it, just keep on going. I'm like, look. The last month or so has actually been going down in subs, and I don't fucking know why. If it was a case of I knew, I could try and fix it, or at least it was a case of, yeah, okay, that's why, but that's not what I do, so I'm not going to change it. At least if I knew. The simple fact that I don't bloody know why. I have no idea whatsoever. It is incredibly, incredibly frustrating. And like I said, like always, I'm freaking whinging in all these bleeding things. Nothing else. But, okay, I'm going to be very direct with you guys. As I proved when I did that period, when I was able to do a video a day, and that burnt me out with working as well. As I said, I realised I wasn't going to be able to continue doing it, and again, I apologise to you guys. But it was a case of I knew then to like turn it back a bit, and that hasn't actually hurt things too much because I'm still too goddamn small to do it. But what I've proven is I cannot grow this channel by myself. I've proven I can't do that. So this is an entreaty to you guys. I need your help. I have the opportunity here to, one, whilst I'm job hunting again, because like I said, I met the family, and I don't know. I feel really bad I refer to them as my goddamn family, because they are good people in like a measurable sense, because they're like, okay, fine, look, just pay the bills, we won't charge any rent or anything like that while you get another job. And in this freaking economy, that could take goddamn months. I might still be hunting by next year, I don't know. But I'm going to have more time to put on more videos, because let's face it, okay, quick little timing breakdown. It's going to be, let's say you do like 30 minutes recording, then depending on how much editing involved, you might have, say, maybe an hour, 2 hours editing or so, give or take. Then the rendering, which is always, at least by my computer's reckoning, about 4 times more than the actual video itself. So let's say that's around about between, and also depends on a few settings as well, but basically if it's a very, very basic, like low frame rate vid that's going on, then you might be looking at maybe 2 to 3 hours between basically finishing recording to having it upload. And uploading takes time as well. Of course, it massively varies, massive of massiveness, but it's a case of from actually getting all your, not even just getting stuff set up, but pressing record on your device, software, whatever, to actually having the finished video up on YouTube. Maybe 4 or 5 hours total round trip, and that's fast. That's doing it fast with like low end stuff. If, like, for example, the last few PS1 games that I've done, they've actually been at 50 frames per second, which is why they looked a bit smoother. Because one, that's what the capture card was capturing at PAL at double speed, which is 25 frames per second, and then 50. And this little camera itself, which again is itself 50, makes sense to put them both at 50. A little bit smoother, looks a little bit nicer. Fine, fair enough. Like for example, like the last episode of Dino Crisis, for example, took maybe 3 hours rendering alone, and uploading was nearly 2.5. And I've got not bad internet, but it's pretty swish. Going back to super stupid emotional mode, like I said, I need your guys' help. I can't do this alone. Having Jimmy on board is helping massively with the morale. Seriously, you have absolutely no goddamn idea how much fun it is doing this with a mate. It is much more fun. Actually, as I think you may even hear within the Resi 7 videos themselves. With me editing them, I just think I genuinely sound more happy, which is saying a little bit for me. But what I need is you guys' help. As I said, with regards to again, if there are out of you guys those who aren't commentating and are just watching and enjoying, hey, grand, fair enough. But from what I can see with comments and whatnot, maybe there's like 5 or 6 regulars, and I'm very grateful for you guys, believe me, I am. But I want to entertain so many more people. Even just at work, even just something I'm cracking, just like a quick little one-liner or a jibe, little bitchy stab at someone who frankly is deserving of it. You know, just that a little smile or a little chuckle from someone, it just makes me feel good. And if someone is laughing, then they are feeling good. That's that natural exposure of your happiness is laughter. I want to make more people laugh because they feel good and it makes me feel good. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. More than anything else, whether or not you're watching this on the shitter or not. So my basic entreaty is this. If you really do like what I do, if you do enjoy it, help other people enjoy it. Share the videos, share them on your social media, just let your mates know if you know of any of them actually in IRL that actually like Let's Plays or gaming videos or whatnot. Just let them have a look-see. Even if it's a case of we literally, every single person, all of us know, we let them know about the channel, they have a look-see and they're like, I'm not fussed. At least it's a try. And that's all you can really do in this life. You can try. If you expect, then you only wind up disappointing yourself, which is a little bit pessimistic, but that's what I found that reality tends to go with. Now again, I was going off a bit on that before that, but now that basically a technical bunch of bits and bobs, but basically now the internet is a little bit better for me, may start looking at Twitch. It's a bit tricky with regards to that, because with YouTube you've got so many redundancies, because even if you totally fuck up and lose the video, hey, make another one, no problems. With Twitch, if you're screwing up a stream that you've scheduled and people are there ready and waiting and watching, yeah, that's kind of a big deal to bollocks that up. But with regards to that, one thing I was also thinking, because there's one out of the YouTubers which I watch, there is one man which I have genuine respect for, not just as, okay, hey, he's funny, I find him enjoyable, but as a man I genuinely respect is Jared, God, sorry man, Cannonbauer, Pro Jared, as you would otherwise know. But what he has, a system he has, is what I think quite a good setup, although his main thrust is the reviews of games he does. What he does, he has on the second channel, is where he does the Let's Plays of those games he's going to review, in of him doing a Let's Play of the game and getting the raw footage for a review, which I think is a bloody good idea. I think it's a bloody good idea, and with the increased time enforced, with me doing job hunting, because I'm not going to do like so many people say, oh, I've lost my job, I'm going to have to try and look for another one, and spend like maybe 2/3 of every day sitting their arse on the sofas. My arse is very, very large as it bloody well is, and again, might be able to help with my health as well. No, that's not fantastic, but hey, might be able to help. But would be that is maybe look at like reviewing. You know, maybe something a bit more scripted might work more for me. I don't know. It might be worth a try or anything else, because let's say, for example, like, because obviously there are the games where I've got the webcam stuck in the corner. Obviously, those files, the finalised MP4s, not great because I'd have to cut my face out of the goddamn corner. And since they're in a 16:9 aspect, that means they will go with a great big blank spot. But as you may have seen on the PS1 videos that I've been doing recently, they've kept their format, and basically I've pushed them into one corner, and then I've had the webcam the other, and just a little the skull R of the channel down in the corner just to match out. Because with that particular setup, because I've been thinking about this idea for a while, is that means that I can then put it so that I can take that raw footage out of the Let's Play video and put it in reviews, and I can simply use this camera, and might have to do a bit of juggling around in here to make it not look like a total shithole for like a review thing. But obviously reviewing is a hell of a lot different from just looking at some stuff on screen and making a stupid gag there on the spot. It's a bit of a different thing. But you know, you never know, that might be the way, that might be what proves better for everyone. And like I said, if more people laugh, then it's a good thing, even if you're just laughing at me. So that's the thing. So too long didn't listen, go through those, lost my job, need some help from you guys. Seriously, please give me a hand if you can. I ask, but I don't demand, because I'm not a complete prick. I'm just a prat in a mask. Good night.